Hello there, how you all doing? This is Retrobeard here. It's time for today's gaming news catch-up. Well, the first news is good and bad. Persona 3, 4 and 5 are coming to Xbox, which is absolutely fantastic news, including Xbox One. So I'll be getting my hands on those when they're cheap. So that's fantastic, alongside Steam, because though Steam has Persona 4 Golden and it has the Arena games, I don't think it's got anything else. So, and apparently it's coming to PS5 as well. Let's have a read, see if it's coming to PS4. So it's Persona 4 and 3, 5, Xbox One, brilliant, Series X and S, and PC. Yeah, so just as I said, now let's have a look about PlayStation. PlayStation 5, yep, it's coming to there. I can't see anything about PlayStation. So they've not said if it's coming to PlayStation 4, and they've not said if it's coming to the Switch. I'm not bothered about PlayStation 4, although if it matters to you, I hope for you, you get it. The Switch would be a massive thing, because if Persona 3, 4 and 5 came to the Switch, I'd be buying all three of those games on physical in a heartbeat, because they'd be like the crowning glory on the Switch's JRPG collection. So I hope and pray they're coming to the Switch and they're just holding back on us. So, but still, the fact it's coming to the Xbox is fantastic, and Steam and PS5. So on to the next story. Yes, for owners of PlayStation, Xbox and Switch, which I'm sure most of you are at least one, if not two of those things, you can now download the original Street Fighter II World Warriors for free. It's part of the Capcom Arcade Collection thingy-bob. But I just went on my Switch store now to test it, and it downloaded for free. So if you love the old school arcade Street Fighter II World Warriors as much as I do, and if you remember the good old days when that arcade machine pulled in crowds of people, quite literally, and we were all gathered around it, entering the new era of fighting games, having it for free on your Switch or your Xbox or your PlayStation is fantastic. I'm going to download it for my Xbox One later, but my Switch was the one I look forward to the most. So yeah, so please go and grab that if you're a retro game fan, especially of Street Fighter 2, and if you're a cheap ass like me. So yeah, that is such a brilliant free game, and I believe it's permanently free, but take no chances, grab it today. On to the next story. Hideo Kojima, which I probably said that wrong, the creator of Metal Gear games, The Great Snatcher, and Police Notes, and a few other classics, I believe. He's working on an Xbox cloud game called Overdose, apparently. It's a survival horror game. Now, when I say cloud game, I'm assuming the game runs from the cloud, and that creates just about anybody can run the game on any device that's got access to Xbox Cloud, and B, it's got perhaps a greater level of interactivity and customization based upon the cloud doing its own processing and its own, I'm not exactly an expert on this, but I assume it'll be pretty awesome. Yeah, it appears to be a rumor, but a very, very looking almost certain rumor. It's an abandoned Google Stadia project. Now that doesn't fill me with faith, but if he's retooling it for the Xbox Cloud, perhaps his game will get the justice for the genius that he is, with actual people to play it. So that'll be interesting, and possibly if it's going down that route, it might even be on Game Pass, So if you're a fan of his works and you're a fan of survival horror games, that might be worth something to you. And today's final news is something slightly depressing and amusing to some. It's a few days old, this story, but I didn't want to miss it. Intellivision Amico has had one more death knell. Problems with their finances and business practices, etc., have caused significant staff layoffs, as so people have been made redundant, and they're looking at taking their IPs and licensing them to other platforms like Xbox and Switch and PlayStation, etc. So basically, instead of having that Amico console that certain people seem to believe in almost fanatically, the games are going to end up being on places like where they should have been in the first place, on the Switch, where you've got proper motion controls. And I mean, I always thought the Amico was not a great idea. You know, yes, a fun family, I'm getting there, console with those motion controllers, you know, and it goes back to the simple days of gaming. That was called the Wii, basically, and the Wii had its time. It did fantastic. Then it got a bit old for everyone. I mean, not for me. I bloody loved my Wii. If I had my way, the Wii store would still be up with that lovely music, and all the games would be available, because the Wii was an amazing modern and retro platform with great features. But anyway, I'm going off topic. So, and the nearest successful successor to the Wii is the amazing Switch, which I love the Switch, and it's got charm. The only thing the Switch is missing is the cool jingles that used to play on the Wii. That probably sounds nothing like it, but do you remember the Wii music and stuff? It was so charming. And the Switch also lacks those features that gave you charm and quality of life, like the weather channel and the news channel and the everybody votes and all that stuff, and your photo album and all those that lovely operating system and that interface. Yeah. But anyway, back on topic. The joys of ADHD. This is. Yeah. So basically the Amico is. Their crowdfunding has failed. They're trying to refund people slowly, but they haven't actually got the money to do it. I'm just condensing this because of my waffling. Yep, so the company's dying out. The console's looking dead on the ground. No surprises to anyone with half a brain, of course. So basically, all of your half-decent Amico games are going to probably end up on the Switch. Simple terms. Some people, there's still a small chance the Amico would launch, but I highly doubt it. It was dead on arrival. I mean, you can't charge those kinds of prices for a machine with weaker hardware than your mobile phone, and those dodgy controllers. If it was an £80 to £100 console, it could have had a chance. I think I'd have dared to dabble into it with that and got it, because the harkening back to the days of the charm of the Wii would have tempted me in, but not when you're paying like Series S prices onwards. No. So I don't know if this article will amuse some people. It doesn't amuse me. It's a tragedy, but I can see the funny side. So that's me done. So this is Retro Beard signing off. Take care of yourselves. I'll speak to you soon. And yeah, thank you very much for all the support. See you later, guys. Bye.